Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. My name's TheSimYin. My name is Yin. I play The Sims. Did you see what I did there? Anyway, of course, you guys can tell by the title what we're going to be talking about. Is The Sims worth buying still in 2022? Now, I have a couple of notes here, and I'm probably going to be scattered all over the place. And even if you already have The Sims, I think this still might be more information because of I'm going to be talking about certain packs, maybe that you don't have or that you do have, or just other things in general. But this is mainly solely for is it still worth it? Like, is it still worth playing? Is it still worth buying? Just in general. So I think we should just get right into it. My biggest thing is that for some reason, babies are still not customizable or have gameplay. And I think that's just absolutely ridiculous that we're almost 8 years into this franchise and there's still nothing there, which is insane to me. There's been other times where modders have came in and made a little bit more of like, okay, we can customize the babies, we can do this, we can do that, we can change the onesies, we actually have more nursery furniture. Like, they didn't even have the audacity to give us a nursery like pack, you know what I mean, just for even the babies, just something, some kind of life into babies, but there's absolutely nothing. So that's one thing I really don't like. And then there's also, okay, look, there's gonna be a lot of things that I'm listing right now, so just bear with me. Another thing is that if you are looking into buying The Sims 4, or if you already have The Sims 4, you probably have already heard about the bugs and issues that this game has. I mean, this game has so many bugs, so many issues, and they're constantly putting out patches. So that's just something to look out for. And also, I'm sure if you already heard my wedding stories pack, yes, that was the absolute most disrespectful pack they have ever put out in The Sims 4, and I feel like everyone in the Sims community can actually vouch for that. It was really disrespectful how rushed and how they just threw it out there and was like, you know what, modders are gonna take care of it, they're gonna end up fixing the game for you guys, relax, which is very unfair to like console players as well. But that's just another thing of like dealing with The Sims 4, is that there's bugs and issues with everything. Like, even the base game itself has bugs and issues that they just won't address. And good luck trying to reach out to somebody and get them to talk, because half the time the sim gurus give you like open-ended answers and they never answer everything fully, or they'll be like, thanks, I'll keep a note on that, thanks for the tip, and they'll just act like they're actually talking to you guys when in reality they don't really give a shit. Like, I'm sorry. I really want to believe that the sim gurus care, but they don't. I just really feel like they don't, and and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for you guys. I'm going to be completely honest about how I actually truly feel about The Sims 4. And they just like, the VP doesn't answer. Like, Lindsay, she never answers. She just retweets everything that The Sims does. And I'm just like, I'm kind of over the way they respond back to us. I mean, there's a lot of people that moved on to The Sims 5, which makes me a little nervous because I don't think anybody that worked in The Sims 4 should work in The Sims 5. Personally, I just think they need to get people that have done mods and CCs and people that understand the gameplay. I feel like if you're gonna have people and game developers that are making this game, do they even play the game? I feel like they don't. There's no way these game developers are playing the game that they're developing. There's just no way, because I just don't understand how it passes so many people time after time after time and still result in nothing. The sim promised us so much, like so much things, and we didn't get it. And it's just like, again, the base game is still broken and there's still so many issues with it, and we should have known that it was going to be a downfall when they literally had pools come in separately. We literally had a separate trailer legit just for pools. That blew my mind, and I was just in complete shock that that's something that they would actually even do. It's just like, that should have been in the base game. And then also, if you guys are really interested in werewolves and fairies and like the supernatural vibes, we don't have that. The closest thing we have right now is vampires. There are mods that do allow werewolves and etc. But as of right now, we only have vampires and mermaids, which is fine because, I mean, who doesn't freaking love mermaids? And we're going to get into the island living because I feel some kind of way about that too. But let's just actually talk about, that the fact that this vampire pack could have been a supernatural pack, and they could have made a bunch of other, supernatural things into this pack. Like, they could have put werewolves, and they could have, I feel like that could have all been one thing, and they, I guess, were either A, being money hungry, 2, being too lazy to do it, or 3, they just really honestly thought that vampires were the shit and nobody was checking for werewolves or fairies or anything like that. So I think that's a little weird and annoying, but again, who the hell are these game developers? Because they need a reality check. Another thing I wanted to get into is that Island Living, I really, for some reason, expected it to be like Sims Castaway. I don't know if you guys remember Sims 2 Castaway, but that game was so iconic, and it was just so different from the other Sims games that they have dropped that everyone was like really in love with it. I played it on the PS2 personally, again, because you guys know I just literally came from console to PC at the beginning of this year with this gaming channel, and Sims 2 Castaway was just so iconic in its own way. And I mean, the gameplay and the things that it was actually story driven, to where you could play on your own and just play just to play. You know what I mean? Like you could like just have a free play, or you can actually play and create a story that you wanted to. And I felt like that was so important to the community and what we were able to do. So I was really disappointed when Island Living came out, because as beautiful as the world was, it lacked so much gameplay. And I feel like, I mean, it's great for people who build, but as far as like things to do, I feel like they could have implemented hotels. That was a perfect way to do like island getaway, kind of, let me stay at a hotel and things like that. I felt like that was something that should have been implemented into it. Again, I don't know what the hell these game developers are doing. Anyway, a lot of times actually leads me into bringing up the fact that these packs are worth $40, these expansion packs, when in reality they should be worth a fraction of the price. I don't think that these expansion packs are doing justice for the money that it's given. $40 for no gameplay, $20 for lack of barely anything as far as build and buy or even create a sim. I just don't understand where the money is going into these projects, or what how pre-planning is even going, because this money does not match what we're receiving. And I feel like we are so addicted to the game that we're just willing to like just hope and pray that everything works out, and it shouldn't be like that. There should be no reason gameplay does this. I mean, it's to the point where modders are creating its own gameplay. You know what I mean? Like, as far as even like realistic natural births, we have a modder that just came out recently and made natural birth in the sim, which I think is amazing. But it's like, why couldn't the Sims do this? You know what I mean? If they can do it, y'all can do it. Like, I don't understand like why they made it seem like it's so hard, or oh my gosh, it's our machines. And there's just no way someone with a regular computer, obviously they have like advanced computers, but there's just no way that someone with a computer like that versus a whole franchise with billions of dollars backing them up, because let's be real, EA has the money. They're just being really fucking cheap, that they're not able to do that. But there's mods like realistic birth mod, the Starbucks mod, the McDonald's, usable cars, different job occupations. It's just crazy that it's just so much lack that they don't care. And I feel like if you're coming into this community and you're playing Sims 4 for the first time, you really should understand that the community, and I'm not talking about the players, I'm talking about the people, the game developers, they do not care about what we have to say. I don't know, and I want to say specifically the Sims 4 franchise specifically, because it's really just the Sims 4 franchise that has just been just this great big downfall, because Sims 3 was not like this. Sims 2 was not like this. Sims 1 was not like this. Sims 4, I felt like it's just filled with so many empty promises, and it just started going downhill. After each expansion pack and each pack came out, it was going more and more downhill, and we could all see it. Even with Dine Out, like, oh my gosh, that was the one where everybody was like, all right, what are we doing? Why are we spending our money on this? Like, I just don't even understand. So that's just something that I'm really like, ugh, that's just so freaking annoying. But like I said, it is, that's just how they do it. Anyway, if you're looking for a game of creativity, I will say this is the game for you, just because I don't feel like there is anything like The Sims 4 so far. I feel like if you have access to mods, this is the perfect game for creativity. If you don't, this kind of still is, but I do feel as if, it's gonna lack some things that you're gonna want. And I just have a personal 50-50, and it just sucks also because we don't even have burglars. Like, oh my gosh, you guys remember The Sims 2? We used to have burglars all the time. I was excited about that. Like, having my Sims be in this big ass house and then, like, being scared that somebody's gonna come and snatch some shit up. Like, that was kind of fun to me. That was like, and it could happen at any moment. We don't have that. Again, someone didn't make a mod for it, but I feel like it's just ridiculous that they're leaving it up to the modders and not actually taking initiative or even just collabing with them also. There's no open world. There's loading from screen to screen. There's not as much detail as there was with other sim games. There's just not. And we can see it. And, you know, if you're coming from Sims 2 or Sims 3 and you're looking to buy Sims 4, you should know the same thing. It's just, there's just so much lack of just care. You know what I mean? I just feel like they just don't care. And even till this day, there's just a lot of packs that I personally just will not buy, oh my gosh, don't even get me started on kits. I will not buy kits. I'm so sorry. You will not see me buy a kit, like, at all, ever. Like, it's really, really rare. I don't want to say ever, never say never, but honestly, I mean, for the amount of stuff you get for $5, they're actually being cheap. Half of these packs could have been base game updates or also just been a part of another pack that they could have just added on, and it would have made them look so much better than what they do now. You know what I mean? Like, taking these kits and implementing them into base game, or taking these kits and putting them into other packs, it would make the money more worth it, and or it would make the game more playable. Like, these base game updates are just the bare minimum. And again, we also just got neighborhood stories, and although I love the progression of, you know, oh my gosh, our neighbors are finally getting some kind of, it's adding more gameplay. I just do think it's unfortunate that this is the bare minimum. It's still the bare minimum because this is something that should have been in the game years ago. Why did they just fucking put this out? And on top of that, it has bugs and glitches as well. The more things they put out, the more bugs and glitches the game gets. And it's just like a never-ending cycle that I feel like we're never going to get away from, and that worries me, especially considering that some of these people are moving on to The Sims 5. It just makes me really nervous, and I'm not fucking with it. I'm not fucking with it, and I'm getting a little mad. You know what I mean? It's just annoying. So yeah, there's just, you know, and I get that there's bugs and issues in every game, but this is just to a whole new level. Like, I mean, it just gets worse with each pack, and I just don't understand. I don't understand who is making these calls to where they're able to just let things slide, because that shouldn't be a thing. Again, even when we do call out the Sim Gurus or we do call out EA, there's no response as to, like, we didn't even get like, there's just no response to what they're like, they don't even apologize. And someone actually mentioned in the comments, like, the reason they don't apologize is because they have to admit they're wrong, and then that's a lawsuit on their hands. And it's like, okay, good. They need to admit they're wrong. There does need to be a lawsuit, especially for the My Wedding Stories pack that everyone blindly bought, thinking that it was just going to be this amazing game. And in fact, it wasn't. It was full of shit. It was full of bugs. Nothing worked. I mean, nothing. Like, literally nothing. And it was just really unfortunate that people's games were broken and they had to go in and even fix the base game. That's how bad that pack was, and they rushed it. And it was like, okay, it was never about, oh my gosh, we're going to wait till everybody can play it. It was the fact that they knew that they had a deadline that they could not meet and still decided to put it out. And instead of just waiting and being like, this is not cool, they just put it out anyway and completely ignored us for weeks. Then out of nowhere said, oh, here's a patch update. Oh, but it doesn't actually fix everything. And then on top of that, had the nerve to drop a new patch update with the neighborhood stories, while the My Wedding Stories was still broken, as well as other packs were still broken. And now the neighborhood stories is causing people to have broken glitches and things like that. So it's just like, I don't know. Is The Sims 4 worth buying? Probably not. If you already have Sims 3, you're going to have a lot more, or Sims 2, you're going to have a lot more fun than Sims 4. If you do already have Sims 4, and if you do plan on buying it, I 100% advise you to buy this on sale. Do not pay this with your full earned money. Do not pay this in full. Do not pay the actual amount this game costs, because it's not worth the actual amount. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still addicted to this game. I still love The Sims. I am a simmer. I've been a simmer for years now. I've been a simmer since I was literally in middle school, actually elementary. So when I say this game isn't worth it, I mean, this game is not worth the price that they're putting on it. It's too much for too many reasons as to why this is not matching. Like, the game versus the money is not matching up. I just don't understand. Everything that's on sale should be the original price. Like, I just don't understand. And in fact, I don't know any game that goes this far into DLCs to where they're putting $40 expansion packs and the game is still broken. You mean to tell me that I can spend $1,000 on this game, get every single pack, get every freaking game pack, stuff pack, expansion pack, and the game still not be enough? That's sad. I don't know who is making these calls. I don't know who the fuck is doing what, but this is just not the move at all. So let me know down below. And if you're a new simmer, if you're new to the Sims community, let me know down below. Do you plan on buying the pack, or did you buy the packs? And what packs did you guys buy? Were you interested? Are you guys planning on buying any other kits? If you guys do play this game, please let me know down below what packs do you think is worth it. Let's help each other out in the comments, and let's really try and figure out, you know, for anybody that is new or anybody that's looking to buy new packs, what do they think they should do? Personally, for me, I do advise city living. If you're going to get any pack in the whole thing, I think that city living is worth it out of everything. But again, I do say buy this stuff when it comes on sale, and it does come on sale quite often. I think you just have to look it up and see when it does. But I definitely advise getting this stuff on sale, and don't spend your hard-earned money on this game at all, because it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't buy it on sale, please. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, comment down below. I love talking with you guys. Again, I love chatting. I don't have a lot of friends that play The Sims, so it's really fun to interact with you guys in this community that we're building. If you guys did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. Share my channel. You know, we're on the road to 5K if you would like. You know, there's no pressure. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.